Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Crochet and Honey channel. And so after we've done our Labubu Granny squares, what do we do next? For this one, I made 8 and I intend to make a tote bag. To make the tote bag, I will simply join 4 squares on one side. And to make it bigger, I will add rows around the 4 labubus. Or there's another way to do that. Increase first the size of the Labubu Granny square and then join. I will show you how to make the granny square bigger like this. It's actually very simple. I just do the same corner, 2 treble crochet, 2 chain, and 2 treble crochet, and in between the corners I just do double crochets. Like this one is a total of 19 double crochets for the next row. Okay, so let's get on with it. So same 3.5 mm hook, and you can use a different color or the same color. I'll use this light beige since I have a lot of this. So slip knot, let's do a slip knot, chain 1, and then we do a standing treble crochet, yarn over twice, so you have 3 loops. Hold those 3 loops, and starting at the bottom right, let's do a standing treble crochet. Okay, pull a loop. Wait, let's do that again. Hold, pull a loop. Now you have 4 loops. Then pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 more loops, and the last 2 loops, pull through the last 2. So now you have a standing treble crochet. Then let's do a treble crochet, and we do double crochets until we reach the last part. Okay, double crochet 1. Make sure you don't miss out this double crochet near the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So when we reach the corner, we'll do 2 treble crochets, and 1 more, Let's do that again. One more. Two treble, yarn over twice, pull a loop, pull through two loops, pull through two loops, and pull through the last two loops. Chain two and treble crochet again, two of that, two, and one more, and that's the corner. Okay, so this is half of the corner. Okay, and then we do another side of double crochets. Make sure you pull this and don't miss this loop. Okay, double crochet first there, double crochet, double crochet, and we continue this until we reach the end. I will meet you when we reach almost at the end of the round. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the round, so double crochet still, yeah, three more, one, two, oopsie, two, and last double crochet, and then we, for the last corner, since we just did half of the corner, we do two treble crochets, another one, and then we only do one chain since we started off with chain one. So we do one chain, and we can join this with a slip stitch because I'm going to show you how to make it bigger, how to add another row. So for this one, we do a slip stitch, and then we do simple chain 4. We're going to use the same color, so we just chain 4, or let's try a standing treble crochet. I'll show you how. Normally I just do pull it to the length of a bit longer than a treble, then take off your hook, poke through here, and then yarn over, okay, again, yarn, make it long, yarn over twice, and then pull through loop. So now you have 4, and pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through another 2. So that's a standing treble crochet. But for this, we'll just do a simple chain 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, which will act as a treble crochet. And then we do one more. 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So we do again double crochets until we reach just before the corner, and then for the corner we do 2 treble crochet, 2 chain, and another treble crochet. Okay, so for this part we haven't done any chains here, so later we have to do 2 chains before we join. Then we can keep doing this until we reach our desired size, The only thing that changes is the number of stitches of double crochets. Okay, and I started off on this corner at the bottom because normally I like my sling bag long. So then after I've done the square, I add one last row on the side to make it longer. But another option is just to make the square, and after joining the square, let's say you've done your sling bag, after joining the square here and here, then you can keep doing double crochets here around, around, and then join at the bottom. See, you can experiment, do whatever you like, which looks nicer for you, and that's it. And after, I also joined from this part just to make the opening a bit smaller and not too wide. Now you can also make this into a pouch. If you want a square pouch, then just do a lining with a zipper and then sew this, and then you have a Labubu Granny pouch. If you want a rectangular pouch, you can make double crochets here and here, and then sew a lining with a zipper, and then sew the granny square to the pouch. See? There's a lot you can do, and let's continue making this bigger. Okay, so after this, I normally crochet over the end so I don't have to weave it in later. Then do double crochets again until the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I will meet you when I reach this part again. Okay, I'll pause it. Hi, so we're almost at the end of the round. Let's do the last few double crochets. 1, 2, and for the corner, let's do 2 treble crochet, yarn over twice, 1, 2, and 1 more, and chain 2, 1, 2, and join with the slip stitch on the 4th chain here, or I like doing this instead of slip stitch. Cut here and then weave the corner. Because I was planning to do another color for this part, that's why I was gonna cut it. But if you don't want to do another color and just stay on this size, let's do that. Okay, let's do a slip stitch and using the same yarn. So I will add just another row in the bottom to make the sling bag longer, and I will just, because I want to start it here, so I'll just take that loop. So do a slip stitch and chain 1 and another chain 3, so that's a total of 4 chains, which will stand as your treble crochet. So one more treble in this corner, 1, pull through 2 and pull through 2, and then same thing, all double crochet. Don't miss out the top of the first one. Okay, double crochet until the end. Okay, so see, the sling bag will be longer and not the square. Okay, let's do double crochets until the end. I'll meet you at the end. So we're almost at the end. Okay, at the end of the bottom row. And we end up with 2 treble crochets on this corner. Treble 1 and last, and then chain 1 and pull and cut the yarn and fasten up. You can leave actually you don't need a long tail because we will join the squares now. Okay, just cut and pull and okay, that's it. See, I made an extra row here, and now it's time to join 2 of this to make your sling bag. And I have 2 already here. This is even bigger than this one. I made an extra row. Okay, or is it? Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, it is 1 row bigger. Okay, so let's join this. What I'll do is I'll start joining here around and we end up here. So for this we will use a 0.5 mm bigger than 3.5 because we use the 3.5 mm hook for this. I will now use 4 mm hook. Normally I use a bigger hook when I join because I need to make it loose. And I have my favorite way of joining granny squares, and let's do that. I'll use this color. It's a very light gray. Okay, so for this one we will only crochet in the back loops. This back, see this chain? So I use back loop and this back loop. Okay, and okay, so if you want a big opening, then you can start in the corner here, but I want to start here, maybe 1, 2 and this I'll start here. So okay, just to make it more clear, let's do a slip knot. Let's see, slip knot. And I don't know how you call this method, but I just slip stitch using the back loops only. Okay, so make sure you have the correct matching double crochet. So let's use this. Oh, my eyesight is not good. Okay, so the back loop of this is this one. Okay, so next the back loop of this is this one, back loop of this is this one, and then the back loop of this is this one here. Okay, let's see if I'm correct in matching. I'll know when I reach the corner part. Okay, let's make that bigger. So that's the back loop. This is the back loop of this. And we start with a slip knot. Okay, so our slip knot and then the back loops that we marked here and this one. Oh, make sure first, wait, don't hold your working yarn like that. Make sure it's at the back and in between your granny squares, and then get that loop on the right, the back loop, get the back loop on the left granny square, and then do a slip knot on 2 and your first slip knot. Okay, next we do another one, the same thing. Next back loop of the right one, next back loop in the left granny square, and then pull through all 3 loops, including your yarn. Okay, 3 loops. Okay, so this is how it will look like. And then again, back loop only of the one on the right. Make sure this is still behind. Back loop only of the one on the left, and then pull through all the 3 loops. Again, 1 back loop only and back loop only, and get your working yarn over there and pull through all 3 loops. See that? Okay, again, now we do on the corner. Those are 2 chains. Make sure you get the back loop. Okay, again, back loop of the chain, other one back loop, and pull through all 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. Again, starting with the one on the right, back loop only, and the back loop of the left, keeping your working yarn behind. See, this should be behind, and then pull through all 3 loops. Okay, let's now work on this side. Can you still see me in the screen? Oh, Sorry, it's not in the middle. Okay, again, next one, back loop of both, and again back loop of both, and then okay, let me do that again. Back loop and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, that's pretty, right? Oops, my flower. Stay first here. Okay. Okay. Next, back loop only, back loop, and pull through all 3 loops. Back loop only, back loop, and pull through 3 loops. Okay, see that? And then it will be like that. Nice, see? Okay. If you know how to sew, you can also make a lining here. You can also make it just a small pouch or a small bag just to put your phones. And again, back loop only, and pull through 3 loops. And then back loop only, back loop only, and pull through 3 loops. Back loop. I hope you're getting the hang of this, and I will meet you just before I reach the corner. Okay, I will just pause. So we're almost reaching the end of the corner. Well, so far this is how it looks on the side. Let's do, okay. How are you doing so far? I hope everything's okay with your granny squares and yourselves. So back loop. Okay. So this is the treble crochet. What I'll do is I'll just choose any stitch there, a back loop of the chain here. See there, I see a back loop and another back loop here. No, not here. This is covered by this one, the chain. Okay, 1, pull through all 3 loops, and another one, another loop here. I'll take any that is on the side, or guys, you can also just do on this. I'll show you if you just simply do here or just do a loop here. Okay, I might need a smaller hook to poke. It's okay. There, see? And another one. So we'll try and do 3 loops, 3 slip stitches for this part of the treble here. 3, 1, 2. This is the second slip stitch. Okay, and one more on this one. See, I found a back stitch of somewhere here. This is hard to find because it's actually just the treble stitch and the chain 4 of the corner. Okay, 1 and 2. I'll do this. Okay, and make sure this is still behind, and 3 loops, and then just slip stitch through all those 3 loops. Okay, then now we're on this part. Now we can see all the double crochets here. It's a lot easier. So let's do the back stitch. I'm going to show you back stitch of this part. Okay, is this one. Okay, and this one is back stitch of this is this one, and pull through all three loops and tighten the. There you go. So for the bottom part, again, we start with the back loop of the first treble stitch of the previous row, and then making sure this is at the back loop of this back loop, and then do a slip stitch on all 3 loops. 3 loops, and that's it. That's the corner. Then let's continue on with all the back loops. 1, 2, and slip stitch. Okay, again, 1 back loop on the right granny square, and then back loop of this, okay, and slip stitch. Okay, making sure your double stitches match. Okay, this is how it looks like on the side, and then let's continue on until here. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top. Okay, this I okay. So let's continue. Back loop only. See, I just want to point out, so back loop again, and then that's it. 1, 2, and slip stitch. 1, 2, and slip stitch. Again, 1, 2, and slip stitch. 1, 2, and slip stitch. Okay, and we keep doing that, and I'll meet you before we reach the last corner. Okay, So far this is how it looks like, and we've reached almost the end, the opening. So let's continue doing it. Back loop, other side. Wait. This is the back loop of the chain, the 2 chains. Okay, next again. And now the back loop of the treble here. Okay, and then one more again. We're on the top part now. This is the second loop, back loop of the top. 1, and make sure this is behind. 2, and slip stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 2 more, and then we're finished. Okay. 1, and the back loop. And next, last one, last back loop. And pull through all loops, and that's it. We finish. See, and we just chain 1, leave an end, tail end to weave in. Okay, and pull and tighten, and then weave in the ends behind. I made the opening not so big. Okay, and then I will attach handles here. Okay, I just weave in through this part here. Let's see. Let me show you one side weave in. Okay, I just do it like this, the same color. Okay, weave in the one same color of yarn. I do that. And if you want to make it stronger, you can tie a knot. Okay, and then weave in through some more. Okay. Then you can just go back also. And then go back again. Again. And then you can just cut it this. You can just cut it now. Okay. Okay, that's it. And then just weave in the sides of this one also. Okay, and for the strap, we can just do this. I'll make a video of that after this one, but I'll combine it with this. Okay, this is just half double crochets. Okay, okay, guys, please don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, and share this video. Okay, and to be continued, I'll just pause and do another video for this strap in a little while. Okay, please like and comment, and you can let me know what else you would like to know, or if you have any questions, just write it in the comment section and I will reply to them. And please subscribe if you like this video. See you again. So here's how I crochet the strap of the sling bag. I'll just do a simple one, which is chain and then half double crochet. And first slip knot, okay, and then chain 120. I'm still using the 3.5 mm hook. 120 chains, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll meet you in a bit. I'll just pause. So I have chained 120. I will add 2 for the chaining, turning chain, then half double crochet on the third chain, then pull through 3 loops, yarn over, pull a loop, and pull through 3 loops, yarn over, pull a loop, and yarn through 3 loops. Okay, so by the end of this chain, I will have 120 half double crochets. Although you can crochet fewer or more chains depending on the length of the strap that you like. So for this strap, it will measure, oops, let's see, let's take our measuring tape, and this will measure around 49 inches bag strap. So continue doing the half double crochet. I will meet you before we reach the end. Okay, I'm nearing the end of the first row for this bag strap. So that's 120 half double crochets. So this is it. I'm just gonna do another row of half double crochet, and then I'm planning to not use the ring, the keychain ring. I can simply slip this corner inside the corner where the treble crochets are and the 2 chain spaces. And then I will, if you like, you can make a longer one and tie it, or we can crochet over this later on. Okay, so for now I will end this row by doing a chain and cut off the yarn because I'm changing the color of the yarn. Okay, so, and then pull. Okay, so for my next row I will just start 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's see, I'm just making this up as I go along. So if I use 6, then I can crochet like that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's skip 8. Okay, and then we'll crochet or sew this part. So for the next round I will start on the 9th stitch. Okay, and I will use a different color. Let's choose a color. I think this will look good. Okay, so do a slip knot, and count 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. On the 9th we'll take the slip knot, pull the loop, and chain, and then let's do a half double, one chain 2, 1 2, and then half double crochet on the same stitch, and then half double crochet until we reach the end. Okay, 1 2. Let's crochet over this so that later we don't have to weave it in. 3 4 5 let's 6. So we do half double crochets until this part here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. On the 9th we do a half double crochet up to here. We can mark that. I'll count from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8. So our half double crochet all the way up to this. Okay, yarn over, pull, and pull through 3. yarn over, pull, and pull through 3. Okay, so continue doing that, and I'll meet you when I'm almost at the end of this row. Okay, I'll pause. So we're near the end of the row. A few more half double crochets. And okay, a few more. So how many more? 1, 2, 3. 3 more. I'll just remove this. 1, 2, and 3. And chain 1 and cut. And pull and just tighten it. Okay, so here's our strap. That's it, and cut. So for this, we'll just sew instead of using that metal ring that I used here. I'll show you. To attach the strap to this bag, I use this. See, but you might not have the ring, so let's use this. If you have it, you can just attach it like the ring here, there. Then this one will just sew it here, there. Okay, actually I'll sew it there. Nice. Okay, or you can sew it up here too if you like. Okay, the other way around. Okay, and since I have these ends, I'll just use that. Okay, let us get our darning needle. Just sew it. You can sew it in the middle part. Like, I think I prefer to sew it somewhere here, because if it's here, it looks a bit off with this sticking out. So I'll just sew it here, somewhere in the middle. And just sew in and out. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Then I'll use the other end also. I'll sew this. There. It won't be so obvious, so you can keep sewing just to reinforce it. Make sure it doesn't come off. Yeah. Yes. Okay. There you go. And then just do a knot, a double knot here. And then weave in the ends. Double knot. And then let's weave in the ends. Weave in the ends. Okay. You can weave it inside here if you like, or it won't be so noticeable because it's the same color, so that's good enough. Maybe just a bit more. You can put it inside. Okay. Okay, so this is how the end looks like. If you like, you can also make this part like that. You know what? I should have made this single crochet the beginning part so that it will look like slanted, but never mind. It's good enough. So next, make sure your strap is not twisted, and then we will do this part here. Yeah, so this one goes like that and this one goes like that. It's not twisted. Okay, and there you go. I'll just get a thread, I mean the yarn. Now let's sew together this part. Okay, put it somewhere in the middle, and then let's sew them. Okay, I'll leave this out here. You can tie that part later. Just in and out. Oops. Oh, I sewed that part. Never mind. Okay, it's good. Oopsie. Okay. Let's sew this here. Okay. Let's just do a double knot, or we can knot it inside, but it's not so obvious, so I'll just knot it there and then just weave it in. you can weave it in some more inside. Just cut that part. And then this one sticking out, let's just weave that in here. Okay. Okay, so now it's not sticking out so much. Then weave this in. And more. And then cut. And this one, weave in again. And it's finished. This one, what's this? Oh, this is the end of the joining yarn. I'll weave it in later. Okay. So that's finished. And I hope you like your Labubu Sling Bag. Okay. So if you're not sure about the size of the bag strap, just tie it first. Just make it longer and then tie a knot. Then you can keep adjusting it. I hope you like. And if you do like, please subscribe for more tutorials. The next tutorial will be how to join this and make a tote bag out of these granny squares. Have a great day.